Slam, snail, water, well, chain, can't melt, Glock, in the mouth. We sent our positions to hell. These niggas, they snitches gon' tell. Cause there's no head on my shell. That's on my face when we run in your place. And we need every combination to the saving. And if you corroborate, everyone say got a Spanish bitch, yeah, she love giving me face. I say, little bitch, do you like how this shit that she said, uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, and say, tryna figure out how I'm gon' get on my deal. I'm a bad boy, I'm reverend, I feel like I'm Mace. Yeah, bitch, you and me, but she got leave by 8. Cause you know Lil Uzi do not walk with no cake. Don't ride no paper, my niggas, they apes, and we walk with bananas that bust at your grave. Atlantic, Pacific, and Indian Ocean gon' lay on my neck, little bitch, that's not a lake. The slowest car I got is probably a Hellcat, and if you want to do it, we probably can race. And if you gon' hate, nigga, then hate. Don't let me fuck the little bitch, you is big. Don't wanna talk, no, I don't want to be. Both with the bridges like Ralph with the straight. I made $1 million right there on a Sunday. Woke up, I made $2 million on a Monday. You was my son, you will beat me up one day. I am too humble, nigga, that's my face. I came in with a new 40 Glock. Fuck on your block, make that hoe on the milli rock. I'm with my boys and no, we do not milli rock. Funny money, no, this is not no silly guap. Not a Richard Millie, this not a silly walk. All this money make me want hit my ditty bop. Tell her at the bank, just give me luck. At the dealer, I can pull this shit off the lot. Me and my boys, you know that we share that. I got niggas that be moving the tan rock. At the end of that, no, I cannot talk a lot. Man, these niggas out here, I swear they talk a lot. Drive by on a rack, you a walking cop. Double park, new Lambo with no parking spot. Come on, that's God, song my heart a lot. Bend it over, little baby, just arch a lot. Yeah, she caramel, but I call that bitch butterscotch. Dog bars, yeah, they chopping that soap a lot. Got my money, then I had to just flood the block. I'm the only one that fucked on that bitch. But I made that hoe just come and just act the block. Yeah, I put up in my car, bitch, I pressed the block. We got shooters that's gonna pull up and extra block. Ooh, 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 yeah. Making money like a nigga don't need to drop. When I open Illuminati like Fetwa. Microwave, help me drive the ready rock. Throwing money, people pocket got heavy now. Eating guava, they don't know when the Fetty stop. Every day my birthday, why the confetti stop? She look good, but she wear fashion over. Took a shopping with her right in some better money. Got a bitch, yeah, she live in New York. But I took her right down right in LA. Spent 100,000 right at the Beverly. In the section probably where I'm the fellas. I'm on Rodeo, it ain't shit you can tell. And I'm on a boat, it ain't shit you can sell it. I came in with a new 40 Glock. Fuck on your bitch, make that hoe on the milli rock. I'm with my boys and no, we do not milli rock.
Just turn the game on right away. Yeah, this guy followed earlier, but I didn't see a notification, so... This, I didn't hear it or nothing. I don't know why it didn't play. But up there it goes there. So, what's his name? Horsefae. Horsefae. I don't know. I don't know what that means. It doesn't even sound like English.
Cross button.
What? Was that a zombie? Oh, I think that's the
Okay.
that's the accessibility thing is on. DLC is not available. Spoken language is reset to default. That's kind of funny. Like, I think it's there to help people that need it, right? But I was like, oh, why don't they just give you the option to turn it on? But then, wouldn't they need to see it or hear it first? So they have to have it on by default. I don't know. Trying to move over all this trash. And I was going to give this code out, but let's see. I guess I can just hold it. Why are my wires tangled up here? Professional streamer. It said no on. I'm trying to see if I should keep the music on. I'm gonna have it just low and see. No. Spoken language. And Japanese is never here. English, color blur, color blindness mode. Subtitle. Full captions. So this will get like dogs barking, right? Let's leave as dialogue. Gameplay events. Toggle the closed caption for gameplay events. Siren sound. Explosion. Might as well. Brightness. Leave it. Let's see. Nothing looks weird. Oh, just adjust the brightness until the logos are barely visible. But they're not even helping. This is the same image. Usually it's like, you turn this, the gamma, there's a dark picture, there's a light picture. But they're showing both at the same time. How is this possible? You get what I'm saying? Aren't they supposed to be separate? I'll just leave them at 50. Everything 50. Single player difficulty. Normal. Balance enemy alerts, weapons damage, and vehicle efficiency. Single player difficulty can be changed at any time. In multiplayer sessions, difficulty is automatically adjusted to normal. I guess normal. Permadeath is off by default. When permadeath is enabled, operatives will die after taking lethal damage and be permanently removed from the game. The game ends if all operatives are unavailable. Permadeath can be disabled in options but cannot be enabled again for the same playthrough. Notes: does not affect multiplayer games. Permadeath won't be active until the mission report for duty is completed. Permadeath on. I don't know why it's off by default. This is the warning you. It's saying you could turn it off. But I guess if you go like this, it says it can't turn on. Just now or never. Tech points to acquire new weapons, upgrades, and gadgets. The game definitely looks darker. I guess just from the red. Looks like blood.
Ah, London. What a town. History around every corner and a tourist photographing it. Pubs serving up a pint and a smile. All that music, theatre and art. And multiculturalism. And the world's oldest underground. The
Chinese
tune.
people.
The class of cities, really. Top shelf stuff. Only took 12,000 years to build it up. And one night to tear it all down.
What's our status?
Perimeter security's down, but plenty of your flying friends about.
Who's this guy?
Fucking hell.
Dalton, no time to waste.
Yes, ma'am. I'm in. Any idea what we're up against, Bagley?
If you hadn't brushed off, I might. Ever consider leaving these security threats to the authorities?
That's rich, Bagley. The government would sooner arrest us for trying to help than actually do something useful.
We'll have to sort this one on our own.
Carefully, Dalton.
Bagley, are you detecting a little worry in Sabine's voice?
Brilliant. Asking the computer about feelings. This explains so much.
Shut it, you two, and get to work.
There she is.
Who is this man? I mean, I guess there has to be some main characters. Maybe you don't, like, play as him completely? Am I stealthing? I am. What if he died right now? What would happen?
That hurt you more than it hurt me.
It is kind of scary though, being like, oh, your character can just be dead. Hmm? Oh, you press L1 and it'll lock on, and then now X does it. Open.
Do us a favor and keep it quiet, Dalton.
If they don't shoot me, I won't shoot them. How's that?
Jump over gaps? Yeah, one of the YouTuber guys said that one of his people that he had in his party couldn't make a jump over a gap, and that's how they died. Hopefully it'll say that, like, this person doesn't make jumps. But that sounds wild. Footsteps heavy. Did you see that? It said it at the bottom right. It didn't say it again. So now I have to actually be stealth. Hold L1 to lock on a locked door to reveal the link in the closed circuit. It's been a while since I played a Watch Dogs game. Aim an explosive device to use the arm trap? Oh, arm it, like get it ready to blow up. I was thinking arm like a human arm. What would that do? He's not gonna go over there. Oh, it tracked. And now arm? Non-lethal explosive. And this? Oh, non-lethal. I thought I forgot what that word meant. I thought it meant I don't know why I thought non-lethal meant it wouldn't do anything. Like, no, you dummy. That means death. No death. Yo, I got poop for brains. Whoa. Yeah, aren't I supposed to be doing like cameras watching stuff? Oh, one tap is to hijack. Oh, I need to use my hand. Physical interact.
They've got loads of dead set gear down here. And why do you suppose that is?
What? How did they get their hands on it?
I don't know. But someone wants to make it look like DedSec was here.
Shit. You need to proceed with extreme caution, Dalton.
Who are these men in black anyway?
Nothing identifying. I suspect that's by design.
I was trying to order dinner. What the heck is this? Oh. I completely forgot what I was doing from looking at the phone just now. The only other game that I've ever played that was in England was Forza, that Forza game.
Oh, fuck me. The entire place is rigged to blow.
Jesus, those canisters. Bagley, is that...
RDX nitrogen, enough to level Parliament.
Can you locate a detonator, Bagley?
Not exactly, but there's a device streaming a fuckload of encrypted data from the floor above you.
Yeah, that fits the bill. On my way.
Yeah, I forgot how this game works, and I'm starting to remember slowly. I think in the last game, no, that was, I played Watch Dogs backwards. I played 2 first and then 1.
Bagley, is that not the detonator?
No, but it's a transmitter sending a signal to a device on the floor above us. Safe to assume that would be the detonator we're looking for.
What was that sign?
Their profiles are heavily encrypted. No identifying information.
Ghosts in this system.
You hear that noise? Quiet here today.
I don't think I can look at this.
You hear that? Fucking texting on duty. Get with it.
That was sloppy. Melee swing.
Staged DedSec
What is it
propaganda
doing?
all
What
around
is
the
that?
bombs. These pricks are going to blow up Parliament and hang it on us.
Not if you get to that detonator first.
Never surrender. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm getting mangled.
In the House of Commons. Whoever these men in black are, they've got brass bollocks to set up in the centre of government.
I don't even know what Parliament is. I think it's like their government.
I found the detonator. And it's definitely live. Bagley, I'm gonna need some help with this.
Yes, you are, but sadly, I'm locked out.
Fuck. Well, we don't have a chance without Bagley.
Wait, I might know a workaround. We trained in manual overrides at MI5.
You're full of surprises. Be quick about it.
All right, Bagley, do your thing.
I'm in. And the bombs have just armed themselves. Well, that may complicate matters.
Fuck's sake. Can you defuse them or not?
Of course I can, but I might also trip another failsafe and vaporize you, so fair warning.
I expect this to draw some attention your way, Dalton.
Oh, I'm counting on it.
Company at our back door.
And her, I've seen her before.
Dalton, we've got some heat here at HQ.
How long's this gonna take, Bagley?
Depends how often you interrupt me with questions.
All right, everyone. Faces on, guns out. It's about to get real.
Fuck. They're on me. I'll try and hold them off.
Stay alert! Quadrant clear. Moving to assist. Check your doors and corners.
Bagley, update.
Let's just say I'm both impressed and annoyed by how sophisticated this anti-tamper security is. Still working.
Shooter! I'm putting a stop to this! Taking a cover position! I'm moving in! Fucking hell! They were definitely around here.
Bagley, tell me you're close.
I'm through security, now wading through terabytes of decoy code looking for the detonation sequence.
Ooh. How do you reload? Square? No.
Where's
John Wick.
suspect hit?
Maybe you can't reload.
Watch your ass! It's not letting up!
You had enough? Taking fire! Being shot at here!
Problem, Dalton. I need your physical appendages now.
That was a woman. Just killed a woman.
There are 3 slots on the left. One of them is the receiver. You need to pull the controller wire.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, I'm fucking not. Pull the wire.
If this gets me blown up...
Bombs defused. See? That wasn't so bad, was it?
Bagley, you bastard. You nearly gave me a bloody heart attack then. Whoa. What the fuck am I looking at?
It appears Parliament is not the only target. More bombs are going live as we speak.
On screen, Bagley.
Now we need to get the word out. Those sites need to be evacuated.
They're spread out all over London. There isn't any time.
But my sister's at the town conference. We have to do something.
I picked up a transmitter on the roof that is sending out a signal to the other bomb sites. If you can reach it...
I can shut it all down.
Whoa.
Sabine!
Fuck! Dalton, we're breached! Go! The roof!
That old man got insta-killed.
Sabine, what's going on?
We're being raided. It's a bloodbath. Our protocol is to wipe everything, including Bagley.
I need him for the transmitter.
I know, but if they get him, they get everything. Names, ops, locations.
Okay, I'll do it the old-fashioned way. Wipe him.
Yes, wipe me.
Do it, Sabine, and get the hell out of there.
Fuck. Okay, Bagley's down. You're on your own. Dalton, if this goes...
It won't. I'll see you at the rally point. I promise.
Good luck.
What was that key for? Oh, for this. I accidentally found a way. It's kind of weird when you do that. Character wheel? Select weapon. Uh-oh, MP5, broken gun, melee, electric trap. Oh, triangle? To reload? That's a strange button. How does this work?
This way.
Insta kill. That better not have been the police still calling me.
Where are you? Okay. Bingo.
He done it. Again?
No.
Well done, Dalton Wolf. I'm impressed.
The guy from Saw.
The fuck are you?
Oh, you still think you're here to save London? I'm afraid that's not going to happen. You're here to help us with some important work.
Important work. Killing thousands of...
Exactly. To save the world. You do know Londoners have died before, hmm? The plague, the Great Fire, the Blitz. It's not much fun. But destruction is always the cure. And it begins today. 0 day. It's time for a hard reset.
Oh my god.
Whoa. I thought they were going to kidnap him.
devastated 3 sites in London. Authorities are asking residents to remain in their homes as the situation continues to develop. We have received no official casualty total, but
Was that Marcus from the last game?
Gathered for a series of candlelight vigils that brought closure to thousands of families and indeed to an entire city. London is now laser focused.
Today at 10 Downing Street, where Nigel Cass, CEO of private military company Albion, received a mandate to secure London. Cass has vowed to hunt down DedSec. Terrorist responses failed force. Albion used cutting-edge artificial intelligence systems and autonomous drones to capture the remaining members of DedSec. A
Whoa.
Corporations are posting record profits.
This is an actual
due to increased
superhero movie.
efficiencies in production and distribution, enabled by the use of technologies initially developed and approved for security purposes.
Cleanup as crime numbers take a dive. Illegal gambling, drug trafficking and prostitution all down following prosecutions of the leaders of 4 of London's 5 largest criminal syndicates. The streets of Camden and Brixton.
As Albion's mandate is extended indefinitely by the government, life finally begins
Whoa!
to return to normal.
His
Curfews
head!
and travel restrictions
Oh.
have been lifted in all boroughs.
I thought he was gonna slam him on his head.
News outlets reports of rioting in Trafalgar Square have been greatly exaggerated, possibly by foreign meddlers pushing a false narrative through social media. Albion is in complete control of a few
Reprimand the public about the circulation
They're lying.
of fake news, conspiracy theories persisting in dark corners of the internet that terrorist group DedSec were framed for the bombings have been roundly rejected. Our own reporters could not find a single Londoner willing to expound those theories on camera. The facts simply don't support any other story.
Trophy. Easy trophy.
I need to assemble a team, but I can't reboot DedSec alone. Let me break into London CTOS and see who's available.
I'm Claire Waters, and we've been discussing the hacktivist, now alleged terrorist group, DedSec, on this week's Buccaneer Radio. I have Colin calling in. Colin, what's your take?
Now, I've been saying from the start we should have rounded up DedSec and thrown them in jail. Now, I'll say they should all be lined up and shot.
You don't find it awfully convenient that they've been fingered as the attackers, but we've seen no proof?
Look at Tone! Look at our city! What more proof do you need?
Well, Colin, I'd say you have to look at their history of non-violent action. Albion's put more civilians in the hospital in the past few months than DedSec ever has. I smell a scapegoat. Now I have Emily calling in. Emily, what's your take?
You're absolutely right, Claire. The government's just framing DedSec because they want to make it seem like they have this under control. They probably have no clue who was behind the bombings. But that doesn't look good on the news, does it? DedSec's been a thorn in their side. Who better to pin it on?
Angie, I have you next. What do you make of all this?
I think, if anything, DedSec showed their true colours. It's terrifying to think we harboured such a dangerous element for years. Terrorists in our own backyard.
Do you find DedSec more frightening than the different gangs in London, like Clan Kelly?
Clan Kelly might set your shop on fire and maybe they'd kill you, but even they wouldn't try to blow up all of Parliament.
Next, I have Crypto King. Do you feel safer using a pseudonym?
Everyone should. Why make it easier for them to track you? And now we've seen what they're capable of and how far they're willing to go.
Hold on. Do you mean the government? Are you suggesting the government was responsible for the bombings?
Oh, trust me, Claire. They didn't do it alone. They're all in on it. The government, Albion, Sirs, Bloom, Sky Bloody Larson, and all the way up to Downing Street. They want to keep us scared. Harness us with mind control. Suck every last ounce of usefulness out of us, and even in death they'll sell off our bodies.
And what do you suggest we do, Crypto King?
Go underground. Deep enough, no electric signal can get you. It's the only way.
Well, thank you to all of our callers today, and thank you for tuning in and scouting for the truth along with me. Next week, Buccaneer Radio will be diving into the Albion Corporation. Just who are these men and women being paid lucrative amounts for the city's defense? Are they protecting us? Protecting London? Or someone else's interests?
Shit. Situation is worse than I thought. But there's a candidate. Looks like you're DedSec's best hope.
Uh-oh, sports car. 200,000. Japanese. At least the Suzuki part. The first crash I've seen in months. For any game.
Press cross button.
Glad to see you're alive. If you're still committed to the cause, DedSec needs you. I'll send you the coordinates to our last safe house. Meet me there.
Fine.
Buccaneer, this is the bug. Hello, resistors, it's bug time. Are you all
Auto
sitting
drive
comfortably?
now enabled.
No, good. That's as it should be. This is the bug. I'm Andy, and joining me to analyse the latest blowflies to emerge from the corpse of a once free Britain, it's Alice.
Hello, Andy.
And today, we're going to talk to you about Albion, your friends and mine. Alice, the government has extended Albion's contract and have also boasted that violent crime has plummeted to a record low. Now, extending Albion's contract, to me, that's like having a pet dog, let's call it Nigel for the sake of argument, that attacks you every single day and thinking to yourself, wouldn't it be nice if Nigel had puppies?
That contract has been extended so many times, it's like the neck of a politician that's criticised the government.
I'm not sure entirely how those contract extension negotiations
Auto
went.
drive
Probably
now
like
disabled.
a footballer. In the old days, I assume Albion's agent was leaking stories to the press about how our favourite private militia was being tapped up by Barcelona. The government panics and thinks, well, we better get them signed up before it's too late. But still, violent crime, a record low, although I imagine that probably depends exactly how you count it. If you include violent crime committed by the state, either themselves or via Albion, their chosen violent crime contractors who provide such a very valuable bargain service of beating people up, well, it's probably not quite as low as the figures suggest.
I don't know. I think they're probably right. Who has the opportunity to commit violent crime these days anyway? The moment you pick up a fruit knife, you get tasered by a robot policeman and deported for looking Bulgarian. It's a much more peaceful society. It's just much less of a society.
I want to know the details of the contracts, Alice. I mean, are they paid per dissident duffed up? Is it a set rate for each extrajudicial state mugging? And what is that rate? What do you think?
Well, they certainly look like they're trying to hit a quota of some kind.
Well, what is the set rate? Is it 99.95 cryptos bargain? It seems very reasonable indeed. I imagine they don't ask too much anyway, Albion, because it's just so nice to get paid for doing your hobby anyway, isn't it? I imagine it doesn't even feel like work.
I mean, who needs violent crime anymore anyway? You know, you can just starve to death without even starting a gang war.
We do have to ask exactly what does the Prime Minister make of all this. Let's ask him. Oh, I hope they pick up. Hello, you're through to number 10 Downing Street. Hello, is the Prime Minister there, please? Sorry, you've missed him. I'm afraid he's popped out for the decade. Oh, never mind. Is there anyone else?
Control, patch me through to someone in a vehicle. Has a patrol vehicle been notified? Over.
This is a security announcement. Citizens are required to be prepared to present identification to Albion personnel.
Seem nervous. No, you sure?
No, mate, I swear. I'm just out here for...
Oh! Son, you're just walking, yeah? You can never be too careful. Now, go and walk somewhere else.
All right,
What?
Made your point. I'll leave.
No. I know, but...
I've downloaded a patch to your optics so you can access our security system. It's set up so that I can't just let someone who isn't DedSec in. You'll have to do the manual override.
I'm not thrilled about getting my hands dirty, but I suppose one does what one must.
right now, you know.
I don't. Hey, yo, relax.
I was warning you.
Rubbish.
You brute. Bellend. Swine.
Inhale. Are you trying to start something?
What is happening?
I mean, your positive.
Apologies. I don't know what came over me.
Really, I need to get this. Well, I've survived a lot worse than this.
You idiot!
This is what.
Fuck you!
What?
That does not bode well.
One of Sabine's, are you? I'll see you downstairs later then.
Just keep walking.
In for a penny. A dank, pitch-black cellar. Just what I was hoping for.
No DedSec registration detected. Identify yourself, or I'll seal the exits, hack your optic, and read you every drunken email you ever wrote until you starve.
I'm with Sabine. Who the hell are you, and why do you sound like a mobile phone?
Sabine's alive? Well, that's one piece of good news. I'm Bagley. DedSec's definitely not stolen. Highly. AI assistant, and it seems I've been out of commission for a few months. Anyway, why don't you go connect me to the DedSec network so I can become more powerful than you could possibly imagine? I mean, catch up on what I missed.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a Japanese person. Floppy disk. New Sky was a game released by the London-based BritPlay Software in 1989, a first-person arcade adventure. It tells the story of a soldier taking part in the human invasion of Mars. The player is tasked with crushing the resistance movement by destroying secret alien weapon caches. What is this? Caches propaganda materials and Martian commanders. It was a dismal failure. BitPlay Software was liquidated, and its CEO began a new career in government intelligence, where he found his ideas were much more received. Is this real?
Quite the find.
Hello and welcome back to The Upload. In this episode, we're talking about CTOS 3.0, the city operating system that's now powering all of London. For those of you who need reminding, as if anyone does at this point, CTOS was first used in Chicago in 2014 and then San Francisco in 2017 before coming here to London. And every time it's been rolled out, it's been pretty much an unmitigated disaster.
For those of you who are listening who are lucky enough not to be here in London's chaotic scenes, it's worth remembering that the telecoms tower is now owned by Bloom. The tower looms over northwest London. It's always been a communications hub, acting as part of the UK's television and communications network, although there's been some secrecy around its use, and now that Bloom owns it, it's only even more secret.
Yeah, now everything that's part of Bloom's city surveillance operation is run through the telecoms tower. And I have to say, it looks completely ridiculous. It's got that silly crown thing at the top and all the blue light.
What's that even about? What does it do? I don't see that there's any purpose to that at all.
It's a blight on the skyline, if you ask me. And it's become the main point of control for millions of people. The system network and Bagley are both operated and streamed from there too.
And don't forget about the self-driving cars too.
I always thought they were just running on their own.
No, CTOS is the big control system behind the cars. There was a point back in the earliest days of self-driving car technology that they operated by themselves. They used to use a series of sensors to see the world around them. Radar, for instance, would look far off into the distance, while LiDAR would detect objects nearby. And while these cars still use some of this technology, Bloom's CTOS and its detailed maps and data that it has on London really makes Bloom be able to take control of it. And CTOS can take control of your car if you're parked incorrectly. It's no surprise that it was made mandatory to have a self-driving car.
The system is so bad, though. It's so annoying. Whenever I try to use one of the shareable self-driving cars, I always find myself stuck in traffic jams or roadblocks. Not to mention the accidents. I've heard so many stories of cars shunting into the back of others. I think they're worse than human drivers sometimes.
The technology was meant to make things better, but Bloom has made it so bad that it just makes London even more chaotic than it was before. I'm giving up on the cars. I'm only using the bikes, which are not self-driving at the moment, at least. And don't even get me started on the data. Everything that Bloom sees from your movements around the city and the self-driving cars is collected and feeds back into its big information control system.
Oh, not you and Bloom and privacy again. You're a broken record.
Not as broken as our city's cars.
You know what's funny? I did remember hearing something like that before. With the whole data collection thing. It was some company, I forget their name. They were like gathering information and stuff on people, and it was supposed to be for medical stuff. But they said that they wanted to eventually use it for other things. That's what it said. It was like, yeah, right now we're starting as corona testing and database for like for like people, like, oh, if you came in contact with someone else that had it, then it would tell you or something like that. And then it was like, yeah, that's how we want to start, but eventually we want to spread on collecting more information.
Coming up in today's episode of The Upload, we're talking about how Bagley managed to conquer London. Pretty much my favourite topic. I could talk for hours about the rise of the AI system. It's easy to forget about its origins. It's so present everywhere we go now. Bagley just kind of blends into the background.
Bagley is the service AI that's present in every optic device. Whether you're using the optic, Bagley will be there. The AI is streamed to your optic from Bloom's central command center, and it was first created by Sky Larson, our tech hero, as part of her techno-utopian idea for the world. Why do you think it grew so quickly?
In my mind, it's no surprise that Bagley became so popular. It's funny, useful, fast. It's a great companion and really just makes life so much easier. I mean, when you look back at all the service AIs that used to exist, they just can't compete. When you ask Bagley anything, there's a quick answer and loads of information available to you. One day, I let Bagley answer all of my messages for a whole 24 hours, and no one even noticed the difference.
The other competitors really just couldn't compete with Bagley. Their answers were so much worse, they didn't understand anything, and Bagley pretty much gets everything right first time. Do you have any idea why Bagley really beat all the competition?
Well, it's really the data, isn't it? Ever since Broker hooked up with Bloom, that's when things changed.
And really, that's not actually that great. Bloom has data on everybody. They collect information about everything you're doing across the web through your optic headset. Isn't the AI only good because of Bloom's surveillance?
Well, I suppose so, but I'd prefer not to talk about that side of things. Bagley is so special because it's been trained on this huge cache of information. That's how these AI systems work. Or at least used to work. I mean, we don't really know that much about the latest version because there's so much secrecy around the tech. But they're given this huge amount of training data. It's basically a huge database that's used to teach the AI about patterns in behavior. You know, so if you always travel the same way to your house, it can predict when you're going to go and get a self-driving car ready for you before you even ask for it.
That's pretty terrifying. In some ways, I don't want this data to drive my life. It understands too much at times. Have you heard some of the rumors around the hacked version of Bagley?
I've heard mutterings, yes.
I've heard it's been used by DedSec.
I wouldn't put it past them. It's pretty well known that they're not fans of Bloom. But the idea of a souped-up version of Bagley, given it's already so intelligent, is a bit terrifying.
I wonder what they could actually make it do.
I really hope all the notes are voiced over like this. That would be perfect. Yeah, I'm trying to read them or listen to them as I get them, because usually I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna wait until the end of the game and then read them all. No, it never happens. So it's now or never. And they're reading them out loud anyway, so it's even better.
From the Buccaneer, this is the Bug. Hello, Resistors, it's Bug time. Are you all sitting comfortably? No? Good. That's as it should be. This is the Bug. I'm Andy, and joining me to analyse the latest blowflies to emerge from the corpse of a once free Britain, it's Alice.
Hello, Andy.
And today, we're going to talk to you about Albion, your friends and mine. Alice, the government has extended Albion's contract and have also boasted that violent crime has plummeted to a record low. Now, extending Albion's contract, to me, that's like having a pet dog, let's call it Nigel for the sake of argument, that attacks you every single day and thinking to yourself, wouldn't it be nice if Nigel had puppies?
That contract has been extended so many times, it's like the neck of a politician that's criticised the government.
I'm not sure entirely how those contract extension negotiations went, probably like a footballer. In the old days, I assume Albion's agent was leaking stories to the press about how our favourite private militia was being tapped up by Barcelona or Bayern Munich. The government panics and thinks, well, we better get them signed up before it's too late. But still, violent crime, a record low, although I imagine that probably depends exactly how you count it. If you include violent crime committed by the state, either themselves or via Albion, their chosen violent crime contractors who provide a very valuable bargain service of beating people up, well, it's probably not quite as low as the figures suggest.
I don't know. I think they're probably right. Who has the opportunity to commit violent crime these days anyway? The moment you pick up a fruit knife, you get tasered by a robot policeman and deported for looking Bulgarian. It's a much more peaceful society. It's just much less of a society.
I want to know the details of the contracts, Alice. I mean, are they paid per dissident duffed up? Is it a set rate for each extrajudicial state mugging? And what is that rate? What do you think?
Well, they certainly look like they're trying to hit a quota of some kind.
Well, what is the set rate? Is it what, 99.95 cryptos bargain. Seems very reasonable indeed. I imagine they don't ask too much anyway, because it's just so nice to get paid for doing your hobby anyway, isn't it? I imagine it doesn't even feel like work.
I mean, who needs violent crime anymore anyway? You know, you can just starve to death without even starting a gang war.
We do have to ask exactly what does the Prime Minister make of all this. Let's ask him. Oh, I hope they pick up. Hello, you're through to number 10 Downing Street. Hello, is the Prime
This
Minister
part's
there,
different.
please? Let me just check. Sorry, you've missed him. I'm afraid he's popped out for the decade. Oh, never
No,
mind.
we got
Is
out the
there
car,
anyone else I can
remember?
talk to? Yes,
As
of
this was
course.
playing.
There's a shady cabal of vested interests who control him and prop him up in power. Great, I'll have a chat with them then.
Oh, Andy, remember when you could get away with prank calls without people coming around to your house to beat the shit out of you?
Oh, happy time.
You're listening to The Bug.
Did you think the Prime Minister will ever come back?
I don't think we've ever had a Prime Minister.
Well, that's a much more reassuring way of looking at things. What have we become, Alice? When you look at the state of our politics, we're supposed to have the mother of parliaments. Well, this is one mother that has emphatically abandoned her kids in the woods to be brought up by wolves. And let me tell you, that never works out like it does in the stories. Wolves are bad parents, unless you're a wolf, in which case they can do a job bringing you up as a wolf. Do not give your children to wolves. And do we actually own anything as a country now? Is there anything we haven't flogged off for profit? Oh, I think we've basically just become a homeopathic Britain. Diluted and diluted until there's barely a trace of the original Britain left. But some quackish lunatics insist it actually works better that way. It's total bullshit. Is there anything left? New on The Bug this week, a new feature, the Bug Off feature. The person who has most irritated us in Britain this week, we're going to tell to bug off. And to get things going, I'm going to nominate Big Nigel Cass. Look, this is Britain. History tells us this place is a bastion of freedom. I'm just not sure that that kind of freedom should involve Big Nigel expressing his freedom to run a private army. I guess historically there is a precedent, the East India Company. That was a trading house with an army of 250,000 soldiers, which is a lot for a company. The Bug PLC has Alice with a water pistol, but crucially, compared with Albion, the East India Company didn't operate its 250,000 strong army in London. It did it a long way away, out of sight, out of mind. Anyone to nominate for the Bug Off, Alice?
I think today's Bug Off for me goes to my streaming service. I'm sick of being recommended things based on things I already like. The other day it recommended me to watch a reality TV competitive dating show set in a nude commune. Andy, I watched it and I liked it, and I do not want to be the kind of person who enjoys nude competitive reality television dating shows. I did not want to know that about myself. I have to go sit in the corner and cry.
That's it from The Bug. Don't forget the live show that is so secret it is definitely not happening at the usual time and place this month. Definitely not. And definitely do not tell anyone not to come to it. It's definitely not happening. Usual time and place. Bye-bye.
I wonder though, like that one in particular, we heard that as we drove here. So are they like the whole scripts for the radio shows? Or they're their own separate thing? Because when I play GTA Online, when I play GTA, Grand Theft Auto, yeah, I like listening to the talk radio. And that's what that sounds like. Or a type of podcast. This is server.
Ah, that's it. I'm reconnected to the network, downloading our database, news archives, and oh no. Terrorist group DedSec responsible for deadly bombings in London. Dalton Wolf dead? I leave you people alone for a second and you immediately cock it all up.
So, Bagley, if not DedSec, then who was behind the bombings?
There's a gap in my memory after Dalton, well, let's be honest, after I disarmed the bomb at Parliament. I'm missing information about what happened after I was taken offline. But from what I can infer, an unknown hacker group identified only as Zero Day was involved. I believe this 0 Day staged the attacks and framed DedSec for their dirty work. Come to my terminal. Sabine is requesting a video call.
What the heck is that? A pig head? A gray pig head? What does that say? Blast? Vost? Blast. Another one. I don't think we're not listening to this one.
This is London Calling.
Yeah, I'm telling you, those are like the talk radio things. I don't think I should be listening to them.
Patching in Sabine Brandt now. I suggest you listen very closely to anything she has to say.
There you are. I'm glad you made it. Bagley, God, it's good to hear your demented little voice. Is your memory intact?
Not even slightly. The last record I have is of our HQ being raided. My only lead is a group known as Zero Day. Ring any bells?
No. But the HQ was attacked by some men in black, the same that were at Parliament. Maybe working together. We didn't stand a chance. They just gunned everyone down.
My God. How'd you survive?
I managed to escape through the sewers to Camden. A contact smuggled me out of the city, and I've been hiding out in the north since.
Prudent. Your profile is red flagged as a high-priority target in the city's surveillance system. Even a partial recognition here would have you hunted down and shot on sight.
There aren't many DedSec fans in London these days. Look, I want to help, I do, but joining up with you now verges on suicidal.
Listen, if anyone knows anything about risks, it's me. I lost everything and everyone. But it comes down to this. London is in a death spiral. And if DedSec can't pull it out, trust me, no one can. The city needs a resistance. And it starts with you. What do you say?
Fine. But you owe me.
Excellent. New user registered. Welcome to DedSec. Now, it would be irresponsible of us to release you naked and mewling into the wild. You'll find equipment around the safe house that are essential items in your DedSec kit.
I think I've seen people use this one already, so I'm going to do this. Nah, there's probably a reason why they're buying this. Is this the car? The car that I just was driving? The $200,000 car? I thought it was that thing in the, this. Change paint job. What the heck? Whoa. Whoa. Bananas. I can't afford any of this. Stealth spider. Non-lethal, short range, sidearm. skins. I like the floral one.
We have a sophisticated system for hiding your identity from facial recognition tech. It's called a mask. And while we're here, perhaps we can talk about updating your wardrobe. I mean, look at you. Come on.
I have to wear a mask? I don't want to wear a mask. I hate masks. We can't afford nothing. It's a cool jacket. The hood has to go on? Oh. Oh, you can toggle, thank God. But you can't... Oh. It looks weird. I'll leave it open. Let's work on the pants first. Those are some wild looking pants. $7,000, $2,580. You can't even turn around. I'm definitely buying these pants though. Just to switch her out of the thing she's wearing now. Although it doesn't match, I don't think. And now we're broke. So we're still in heels. A face mask. I like this one. Looks scary. We could always change it, so.
You've got all these fancy new toys, but it's also important to know the basics. You need to learn how to throw a punch and how to take one. Albion will escalate if you come at them with a gun and shoot you down. We want to avoid collateral damage. In DedSec, we try to use guns only as a last resort.
Have you already met Connie Robinson? She owns the pub and is an old DedSec contact, not to mention a champion amateur boxer. Go to the practice ring and she'll show you how to stop flinching when someone cocks a punch at you.
You're supposed to always flinch. I wonder if these are collectibles. I mean, duh. But are they a trophy?
Hello and welcome to today's episode of The
I'll be right down. Could use the warm-up.
Let's start with some basic
Whoa.
strikes. Hit me. Don't be shy. Getting it. You want to get in under my block. Find the weak point.
To guard break against a blocked enemy.
That's it. Just like that. Hey, look.
What is this noise I'm hearing?
Quick on your feet now. You want to create distance. Just like that. Nice one.
These are some wild punches. If you're throwing yourself off balance throwing a punch, jeez Louise. Violence.
Right. Gear in order? Know enough not to punch yourself in the face or get shot for pulling out a gun too early? Brilliant. I'm working out how we find Zero Day and ruin their day, but I need someone with actual legs to do the legwork. Hope you're ready.
We have some damage control to do if we want to change the perception that we're a bunch of violent thugs. I'll let you be the judge of how best to handle yourself, but remember, you represent DedSec now.
Photo booth? What is this? I mean, I know it's like a photo thing. Why am I blurry? People like to live in those photo, in-game photo things. I try them. They're okay, but I don't understand it. Maybe because I'm trash at it. Taking photos. It's like a weird talent. Just showing people how to look at something. You have a talent in showing someone what's the best angle to look at something.
All right, Sabine, what's our plan?
Make no mistake, London is under occupation. Armed mercenaries patrol our streets, allegedly to keep people safe, but really they're keeping the people scared.
And all our cowering just makes us easier to step on. Albion needs this terror. It's how they consolidate their power.
So, we have to ignite the will to resist in the people of London by showing them that Albion aren't the solution. They're the problem.
For that, we'll need information. I'm pushing 2 sets of coordinates to your optic.
Cheers, Bagley. I've identified 2 opportunities. 1, we're going to disrupt some Albion propaganda. Remind the people it's not Albion's way or the highway. 2, we need intel about Albion operations if we want to throw a spanner in their plans. You game?
How could I say no to you?
Brilliant. Let's get the people of London on board.
Where's my car? Is that what that thing is on the map? That's a dart. Disrupt Albion propaganda. Acquire Albion operations data. Wow, 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 lady. Notice it has a $100,000 social media friends? What the heck is that? Oh, it is darts. I thought it was the car keys. Where did I park? I think it was over here. The car is gone. Dude, where's my car? Well, that wasn't my car.
Sorry.
How do I get another car? I don't think... Am I supposed to be stealing cars? New mission. Safe house? Where is my car? How do I get over here? What is new mission? If they said all the cars are electric now, so they could control them.
Standing by with the payload. Control, can I get an ETA?
Bare Knuckle League?
Building a resistance group requires operatives with specialized skills. Technical abilities, firearms handling, and physical training are all valuable. Bare-knuckle boxing rings are a good place to find people who are good at throwing punches, or taking them. By defeating each opponent in an arena, you'll have an opportunity to face its best fighter. Prove your physical superiority, and they may consider joining DedSec. I'm guessing that's some sort of primate society thing.
Compete? Complete all bare knuckle arenas. Dude, I'm just gonna steal a car. I don't want to get stars, man. What is this?
The Bug. Objective voice of objection
Whoa.
for a most objectionable world. Hello, Bugsters. Welcome to The Bug, the comedy show that holds
What is
up the
this?
Medusa of
I'm in the
satire
back.
to the already immovably concrete
Right?
face of
Whoa.
London. I'm Andy. I bench 480, and I can crack a tree in half just by.
I guess it's an electric car, right? So you don't need to be in the front.
Alice, what do you bench?
I bench body weights.
Right.
Well, not my body weight.
Okay.
Body weight of a baby.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need to give that kind of detail.
It's
Just
very
body weight.
impressive. People look at me and go, "Where did you get that baby?"
Yeah. You are listening to The Bug.
In this week's
Yeah, I really like
news,
talk
according to an
radio.
official poll, 98% of Londoners are
That's
very
what
happy
I
with
listen to at work anyway.
CTOS, and I am not sure that I agree with this, Andy. I don't think 98% of Londoners have ever in the history of
When I'm at
London
work,
ever
I listen
agreed
to
on anything.
it's called
You
the
could-
Preston
you
and
could not
Steve
get
Show.
98% of Londoners to agree that oxygen was better than breathing.
I listen to that because it basically lasts the whole.
And they expect us to believe that
Let me shut up.
everyone agrees CTOS is better than not choking on shit mist.
Or maybe they just meant 98% of
Whoa.
one specific Londoner who bought shares in Bloom before its tentacles grew into every crevice of the country. I mean, this is not just any old poll. We should say.
Let's actually do the main
Any
mission
poll. This is.
before we start zigzagging.
An official poll, right in the very heart of government. It's not a knock-off fake poll of an elderly couple and their mangy old dog sitting on a bench waiting to die. This is an official poll. So let's just put those words, official poll, through an online translator in case you didn't study languages. Let's find out what it actually means. Made up lie. There we go. Got to clear that up. I think it's fair to say entirely trust these official polls. they feed us, Alice. I mean, they could publish an official poll saying that over 99.9% of children like ice cream, and I would instantly assume that all children now hate all ice cream and would prefer to eat a bucket of gravel mixed with dead badger. They could publish an official poll saying that 10 out of 10 cats prefer cat food to being whacked with a tennis racket, and I would assume that all cats have gone vegan and were queuing up outside Wimbledon meowing, choose me, choose me.
I trust these polls as much as I trust someone recommending a movie that they watched during a breakup.
But this is one of those self-driving cars, right? Like I mean, duh, self-driving. But I mean, like, I don't know, like Uber would have cars that just drive around, and you could just hop in them. Collect evidence of Albion's dodgy projects to shake the people's faith in them. Am I supposed to be here? Cleans at Royal Courts of Justice until 16. Heavy melee weapon hides from pursuit. Restricted area. Okay, so that's what the red thing on the ground, the symbol, the red area on the map symbolizes. Restricted areas.
Albion have established an operational base in the Royal Court of Justice.
First they take over the justice system, then they move in. So much for rule of law.
Exactly. But it likely means there's information here about how Albion are targeting dissenters, the who and the why. We need that data if we're going to disrupt their operation.
Am I using this right? Oh, this is the Royal Court of Justice. And the guy's gonna be here. How does this work?
Calling for a surge. Someone hacked that bot.
Uh-oh. Oh, so they can... Duh. So you can't just walk it in front of them. Okay, makes sense. So you still need to stealth with that.
Moving on. This area is clear. Keep moving. Searching the area. Nothing so far. This area is clear. Keep moving.
And you can't see through walls.
Bollocks. They must have got away.
I was trying to see how can you, like, look properly. But I forgot about the cameras. So it's just her here and this guy. This guy's pacing and there's another big guy. No, it's just these two. He paces this way. He paces the other way. And she's in this area by herself. Call cargo drone? No. Nice.
That's curious. That's wonderful.
I messed up, man.
You started the...
Come on, my guy. That was a complete accident. I was trying to stealth attack them. How did she go through this door? Did you see that? Yeah, I was trying to stealth attack her. I don't know how. I mean, I guess it's square, but only when the person's not looking at you. She's dressed like a psychopath. A hoodie. I don't know what type of sweatpants these. I'm playing like an idiot. Like a goon. I did not expect there to be more people. I was like, oh yeah, first mission. They'll have like 2 guys here. Did the trap get him? Is it the trap catch that guy? It is freezing outside. It is. I don't see any nodes. Like, they all just lead to the doors. That leads to that one. And then, which leads to these two. Am I supposed to press them? No. I think they need electricity. Look at the back of the mask. It's like a demon. You idiot. I actually walked right next to that and didn't touch it. So at least we know now. Those are the unlocks. And these are doors. Or keypad things. What is this? Bloody clothes? Text document? Oh god, we gotta read. Whoa, what just happened?
7 o'clock.
Jesus. My phone's so loud. Where the heck did... Oh. It was text. This. Royal Courts number 2. Control to West Court Sec. Subject forward, lock down the court. Hi D. Control had a look at that list you found and they flipped their shit. So good catch. But your life was about to get more annoying. Sorry, sad face. See for yourself. Attachment, official orders. Group 2. Westminster Court security is ordered to immediately initiate lockdown procedure of their assigned area. Full checkpoint system with credential, only VIP escorts. And then a bunch of names, message clipped. Okay then. Yeah, I don't like these ones. Give me more of those voiced over ones. Yo, what is this? What is this blood stuff? That's it? Defiance increased.
Bagley, what do we have?
A list of what Albion consider high-value targets that are threats to the peaceful running of London. See here, a journalist, and this one runs a community shelter. Good God, bar your doors.
What the hell?
All suspected of sowing rebellion or exhibiting tendencies towards... Albion is systematically arresting people even before they rise up. Joke's on them. This list can actually help us find like-minded allies willing to help us. Well done. Now, let's disrupt some of Albion's propaganda and give some hope to the people.
What is this? Oh, to open that gate right there? To steal one of these cars? Yeah, I didn't even notice. So this game only has electric cars in it. Regular cars are banned or something. And it seems for the better, right? No more pollution. How do you get over there? Hop the fence? Nope. How do you put the gun away? The weapon wheel is not opening. Triangle? What the heck? What is the button? What is the weapon wheel button? Wireless controller. Control scheme. Or scheme? Scheme. Scheme. Yeah. Weapon wheel. Up. What the fuck? What the fuck? When has the weapon wheel ever been up? Has Spider-Bot goes on foot? I used the Spider-Bot in the beginning, and then I didn't realize I was supposed to be hiding with it. There you go, brah. Hey, look, it's the girl version of DSP. I wonder if DSP is using any female characters. Probably not. He's gonna have a team full of buff wrestling guys. Buff, oily wrestling men with no clothes on. If it's possible, I'm gonna have only girls. Only the bad ones. Press R1 to activate the equipped gadget. Oh. But no one's here. So what's the point of throwing this? Is there a cooldown? Hijack. Exit. Oh, another one? Yeah, I don't know. I don't see a cooldown. Maybe if someone breaks it, then it'll go on cooldown. Yeah, I really like the game so far. So it's actually a good thing that Cyberpunk was pushed back. Because then I can play this, and Cyberpunk won't just pop up out of nowhere and destroy this game. Because I'm expecting more from Cyberpunk than I am from this. You know, someone said that. I was like, oh yeah, an open world game, that's all we got. And they were like, what about Watch Dogs? And I was like, those are two different games. Like, just on budget alone. Budget and, what's the word? Like, smarts. Like, this is made from a C average student. And then GTA and, GTA and Cyberpunk, those are made from kids that are in honors, everything. So you expect perfectness. Like, I don't want none of that jank. This game literally crashed in the first 30 minutes of me playing it. If I turn on Cyberpunk and I'm crashing and glitching out and going crazy, I'm going to be mad. This, I expect it. So now we're going to the Albion, Disrupt. Albion propaganda. Motorcycle.
Anyway, if SIR's officials say DedSec is dead and buried, I guess we have to assume that DedSec has never been stronger. But I do worry.
That's a weird looking bike.
Move it, sweetie.
You're listening to the bug.
Whoa, this thing's wild. Whoa. Feels drunk.
I'm Andy, joining me, as always, Alice.
I'm excited to be here. Apparently, the Resistance is not going well.
Again? Well, there has been some news about DedSec, the Resistance and/or terrorist organisation, delete according to preference. Not preference, sorry, delete according to whether or not you work for the government, SIRS, Bloom, the Kellys, or Albion. According to a SIRS official, DedSec is no longer a threat. Which I guess is true, given that it was never a threat in the first place. Reminds me of when my great aunt Gladys had her appendix out. Oh, Andy, that surgeon's a real threat, waggling that knife at me, trying to knock me out. They pulled a scalpel and an anaesthetic, Gladys. Anyway, if SIR's officials say DedSec is dead and buried, I guess we have to assume that.
Like, I like listening to the talk radio, but it's making me not talk, so.
But I do worry, Alice. I mean, sometimes I think, is there any hope? Do you still have hope?
I don't think I'm allowed to have hope. We're living in the self-selected, algorithmically designated information equivalent of a propaganda state, and every resistance that I've ever seen is weaker than the British.
She stopped. What? She stopped talking.
listening to The Bug, the Resistance comedy show brought to you by the Buccaneer Network. I'm Andy, joining me, as always, Alice.
I'm excited to be here. Apparently, the Resistance is not going well.
Again? Well, there has been some news about DedSec, the Resistance.
I wonder what they look like.
Terrorist organisation, delete according to preference. Not preference, sorry, delete according to whether or not you work for the government, SIRS, Bloom, the Kellys, or Albion. According to the SIRS officials, DedSec is no longer a threat. Which I guess is true, in that it was never a threat in the first place. Reminds me of when my great aunt Gladys...
But restarted.
Oh, Andy, that surgeon's a real threat, waggling that knife at me, trying to knock me out. They call a scalpel and an anaesthetic, Gladys. Anyway, if SIRS officials say DedSec is dead and buried, I guess we have to assume that DedSec has never been stronger. But I do worry, Alice. And sometimes I think, is there any hope? Do you still have hope?
I don't think I'm allowed to have hope. We're living in this self-selected, algorithmically designated information equivalent of a propaganda state, and every resistance that I've ever seen is weaker than the British pound. I feel like hope is an expensive thing to buy these days.
And is it all totally pointless? I mean, it can feel pointless, but then again, I've spent almost all of my life doing pointless things like watching sport, thinking about sport, thinking about watching sport.
This is a Jamaican place?
For a better future. All completely pointless.
Caribbean cuisine, derp.
Is there a light
What is that?
Yes, I think there is. Unfortunately, what is that light? Is it an oncoming train? Well, no, it couldn't be. Obviously, that train would be late or cancelled. Is the light at the end of the tunnel a burning effigy of the concept of hope? Quite possibly. Is it the soul of Sky Larson imploding into its own vacuum? May well be that. Is it the ego of Nigel Cass that is now so big that it's sucked all the light in the universe into itself? I think that is most
What the heck is she running from?
We'll never give up, Bug fans. This resistance will never die. And one day, we will again be free. Free from these technological chains, free to choose our own futures, free to live our own lives, free to waste our time watching people bake cakes and dance badly again. Those were the days. Over and out. Before we go, time for a quick bug off. I'm going to nominate this week Sky Larson here at the Bug. We are all in favour of...
What is this? Replace Albion propaganda to increase DedSec's reputation in this borough.
Those Albion pricks putting their ugly stamp on everything. It makes me sick just looking at it.
There's going to be that much less once you're done here. Let's give Camden a break from these eyesores.
On it.
My motorcycle.
What do they really do? If I put optic on my dog, can I train it to take itself for a walk and do my shopping on the way home?
Is it a shoe store? Yeah, this is like Foot Locker or something. Can I go in here? Boo! Dog! Oh yeah, I forgot. They said... I don't understand. Like, you can't say this isn't some rush thing when the clothing stores are out here. Like, this is how the clothing stores are. You just stand in front of them. These shoes are terrible. But we need to get out of those heels. Like, this looks strange. Hold on, can you take that hoodie off? Unequipped. I don't know why it's tucked in. Yeah, this is some Foot Locker store, man. There's only sports things here. But this is that's a dress shirt. You're in dress shirt and gotta switch it. in there. Trying to get off the street.
If you hijacked that scissor lift, you could use it to access the rooftop.
Just the good old days. The scissor lift days. Mush mouth. Up. We have to hold it. It's actually pretty good. In the other one, you have to wait for it to reach the top, right? You'd press it and it will just go. You have to wait for it to touch the top and then come back down. But now you can just put it wherever. Yeah, this looks much better. How we're in this instead of that teacher outfit. You can't hack it from over here. You have to be on it to hack it? Oh, I was about to walk right past it. They're kind of hidden, like, that doesn't really stand out. I thought it was like something on the table. Oh, the gun comes out and the mask comes on. This looks like a cool place to eat. Above the city. I mean, at eye level with the city. No, at nose level. You're not really above anything. Sitting there. Nothing to open? Can't climb this. Oh, yes you can. Oh. I don't even know what her skills are. Oh, just the car, right? Yeah, all she has is the car. To automatically jump over gaps. Burrow operatives. Again, let's increase that segmentation. Jeez. They look spooky. My phone is on.
Yes, nicely done.
Life
That'll
support.
get people's attention. Let them know someone is standing up to Albion. Light the spark that they can stand up to.
If nothing else, it'll relieve their eye strain.
What now?
We're already seeing results from what you've done. That list we found named a journalist in Camden who's been investigating Albion. We reached out and he's got information that can help us. I think you should meet with him.
Forward me the coordinates.
There's no easy way to get down? Boo. Oh, a journalist. Okay. I didn't get that part. I was like, I know we're going to meet someone, but who? Or what is this person? Is this safe? Are these electric? Uh-oh, we gotta drive this thing. This is not electric. Yeah, this is a real car.
This is London Calling. You're here with me, Tash, on Buccaneer.
And wait a second. Is there really no camera changing button? Camera. No. You can't change the camera. So there's no first person view. Seems kind of weird.
Your source for what they don't want you to know. In today's world, we've all had to get used to our every move being tracked by the optic on our temples, by the cameras around us, and with every click we make online. It seems like everything we do feeds the big data beast. Why are data giants like Blue so hungry?
Invisible. Oh, you can't have both, right? Yep, you can only have one. One gadget. Cosmetic bundles. What is 1,500? $15? I would assume 1,500. Yep, it's about 15.
Hold of our private information and our metadata. What are they using it for? Will we ever have real private lives?
At 400.
What is privacy in the digital?
I could probably buy a shirt.
And what happens
Let's see.
when capitalism and surveillance become one? As you know, we keep all names confidential on Buccaneer. Speaking from a secure location, here's new technology strategist Charles, who worked all over the world trying to keep democracy strong in the face of the data assault.
If you have enough personal data on somebody, you're able to predict what it is that they're going to do. You can tell what they might be passionate about, but mostly you can tell what they fear. And if you can tell what someone fears, then you can manipulate them and you can move them in particular direction. Data is collected on citizens in every possible way. Data is collected through surveillance cameras.
If you couldn't tell, I like looking at clothes in games. I wonder about this skirt thing. She had one on to begin with, so I don't think it'll like break the game.
How much power do you use in your house? And how much water do you use in your house? In pre-crisis Britain, we got really used to all of our services being free. Everything suddenly became free that was digital. But what people forgot is that if you're not paying for it, then you're the product being sold.
If technology brings out the worst in capitalism, capitalism brings out the worst in technology. Being academic outreach tells us how big business repurposes big tech.
I usually never put on, what are these called? Muscle shirts? Tank tops?
This is London Calling.
Wife
You're
beaters?
Here with me, Tash, on Buccaneer. Your source for what they don't want you to know. In today's world, we've all had to get used to our every move being tracked by the optic on our temples, by the cameras around us, and with every click we make online.
I want that
Seems
car.
like everything we do feeds the big data beat. Why are those guys that blue?
Oh, no one's driving it. And is that what happens when I do the auto drive? Let's see.
This is London Calling. You're here with me.
Auto drive now enabled.
Your source
Nah.
for what they don't want you to know. In today's world, we've all had to get used to our every move being tracked by the optic on our temples, by the cameras around us, and with every click we make online. Seems like everything we do feeds the big data beast. Why are data giants like Blue
Auto drive now disabled.
information and our metadata? What are they using it for? Will we ever have real private lives again?
I don't think I've ever even used cruise control before.
And what happens when capitalism and surveillance become one? As you know, we keep all lifts confidential. Speaking from a secure location, here's new technology.
Like I turned it on and then I was like, I don't know how to turn it off, so I don't want to
keep democracy strong.
have it get stuck on.
Data assault.
If you have enough personal data on somebody, you're able to predict what it is that they're going to do. You can tell what they might be passionate about, but mostly you can tell what they feel.
This place is destroyed. What is this? St. Pancras International. An airport? The train station? A bus stop?
A little birdie told me you needed help.
You're the crew that's been sticking it to Albion. Can't believe someone else is. Thought I was alone, right? Not doing much, just putting the word out. But you? Taking action, mate.
Someone has to, don't they? Anyway, what have you got for us?
Almost got clipped finding this. All of Albion's operational data for the entire city. Convoy routes, surveillance targets, assets. It's all there. Thinking you can make good use of that.
You'll get no argument from me.
Here's a sample. Albion's closed King's Cross to the public, right? But what people don't know is that they're using it as their logistics centre. Materials, troops, whatever. A lot of it runs through there. You want to give the people a huge boost? Hit that place. Put it out of commission, and you'll severely hamstring Albion's operations here in Camden. Hell, everywhere.
Then that's our move.
Okay. Yeah, that's great. Absolutely. If you can, yeah, sure. Thank you very much.
What is this? Deliver? Parcels. Operatives can take parcels from any pickup box and deliver them to the specific destination box. Parcels can have up to 3 properties, each with its own difficulty. Timed delivery can time out. Fragile, the parcel will be destroyed if it takes too much damage. Contraband, the parcel will attract Albion's attention. Recommended jobs. A recommended icon is displayed next to packages that can be delivered near the current tracked objective.
The demands of being a DedSec operative are all consuming, so taking app gigs is a good way to make some extra quid that works around your new schedule. Lots of people will pay well to have their sensitive packages handled with care, and some will even pay you for deliveries. Ha ha! It seems this package is filled with all sorts of naughty things. Be careful.
Careful.
Urgent call.
Uh-oh. Is that where I'm going? Around the corner?
Hostile at your location.
I could have ran over here.
Got it. Watch for hostiles, people.
This is London calling. You're here with me, Tash, and Buccaneer.
Target is no longer in the vehicle. Over.
Your personal delivery service.
I still have stars? Get out of here, bro. The mission's over.
Control, I've lost sight of the target. Over.
And you stay with the pig head until the stars are gone, right?
Return to HQ. This is pointless.
That guy's tall. I mean, this is a Japanese woman. So I'm assuming she's maybe 5'5"? 5'8"? At the max? Where's our mission? Oh. The logistics center. Taking it offline. Show on map.
This is London Calling. You're here with me, Tash, from Buckingham. Your source for what they don't want you to know. In today's world, we've all had to get used to our every move being tracked.
I went nowhere.
Albion's operational plans are just what we needed to really get some traction. We'll have to take a close look at this. Now, how do we take King's Cross offline?
Albion's housed a massive hybrid-powered generator in there. Output must be immense.
Dang it. He couldn't talk while we were driving here? He said, I'm going to talk while you walk from the sidewalk to this door.
Getting to that generator ain't going to be easy. They've locked it up tighter since I last saw.
Suggestions?
My news drones are still in here. They should be functional. You can use one of them. Probably have better luck piloting it too, yeah?
Hijack a new drone. No one's in here? Chase drone. Disable. Is it disabled forever? I assume. Nope. It's not disabled forever. There's a timer on it right there. Oh, we can't go in there either. What is this? Oh, we're in like a subway. Hold L1 to profile the drone and hijack it. GBB news drone.
Well, causing a power surge in a hybrid-powered generator isn't like making a toasty. We're going to need detailed specifications.
Flash.
Suppose we should check it out.
Toggle camera. Yeah, I want a drone, man. Seems pretty cool. What is this? You can't do anything out. If they see you do anything, they'll just get alerted. Is he following me? Yeah, I want a real drone that can like go really high in the air.
Have a look at this.
Cool, looks bloody complicated. Notice he's got a pretty functional camera. Would a picture do you, Bagley?
It would indeed. According to this, there's an override code that'll get us into the generator's system.
Download the detonation code. You weren't there like drone races in the old game? I was like, why does this feel familiar? Go to bed, guys. I don't have juice.
That's it. Use the code on the generator and I can trigger a power surge.
It should be enough to take King's Cross offline. And the rail system too.
I wonder what Flash does. Nothing. Maybe it's for humans.
Here we go.
We got a gold mine of information out of St. Pancras. Albion convoys, informants, gear, you name it. Everything we need to ignite the people of London, like we did in Camden. Derail Albion's operations and give the people a reason to rise up, borough by borough. The more we do that, the more we'll get allies flocking to the cause. We'll show London that DedSec is here for them.
That was off the chain, mate. I knew DedSec weren't the bad guys Albion was saying. Now the rest of Camden will too. Thanks.
Thanks.
Now that you've shown the borough what DedSec is really all about, there are going to be folks wanting to join up. A lot of people have been looking for a way to fight back. In fact, there's one in particular I suspect will contact you very soon. I happen to know they're champing at the bit.
At this point, I think we'll take all comers. DedSec needs people.
Let me turn the camera. DedSec support. Complete borough activities to increase DedSec support. Londoners in defiant boroughs are more willing to join DedSec. Tech points. Remaining tech points will be revealed on the map when a borough becomes defiant. Skilled recruiters. Skilled recruiters have abilities or weapons that are valuable to DedSec. When a borough becomes defiant, a skilled recruiter will be added to the team. So we got a new member. I knew it. To swap. Get out of here. Ram? Is that his name? Ramesh Ramachandran. Crew homebrew software. Barrel hacker. Hex propagate? Shock hack? Electrify enemies. Electrify enemies. Unlimited range. This keys steal. Hack steal ETO. So you can steal money.
Well, fuck me, you're still alive. I owes have been a tenner. Not only that, but your resistance handiwork just opened up a whole new source of information. So now I spy with my hypothetical eye something interesting at the Ministry of Civic Management.
What is it?
The Signals Intelligence Response Service, or SIRS, or the Earl Grey Gestapo, have developed a surveillance technology called AR Reconstruction. It's the bleeding edge of privacy rights violation, and thus it could be very useful in our attempts to find Zero Day.
What? Is that him? Oh, he has heels on. Six gig data plan? Oh, that's how fast his internet downloads? 6 gig? What? Randomly buys clothes. Sounds like me. Let's see my car. How do I do this? Oh, up. Summon. Whoa. Money bags. Oh, that's funny. So it's just been starting on the talk radio this whole time. Block party. That's a definite copyright. So I guess I'll just leave it on this while I'm streaming. I want to see how fast this thing is.
This is London Calling. You're here with me, Tash, Buccaneer, your source for what they don't want you to know. In today's world, we've all had to get used to our every move being tracked by the optic on our temples, by the cameras around us, and with every click we make online. Seems like everything we do feeds the big data beast. Why aren't
Weren't there races in the other Watch Dogs games and stuff?
What are they using it for? Will we ever have real private lives again? What is privacy in the digital world? And what happens when capitalism and surveillance become one? As you know, we keep criminals confidential on Buccaneer. Speaking from a secure location, here's
nice.
Technology strategist Charles.
I just juked myself.
Trying to keep democracy strong.
I was like, hey, do I want to go to the left or the right? Or the left or the right? Until I just crashed. Let's do one delivery, then we'll stop.
On somebody, you're able to predict what it is that they're going to do. You can tell what they might be passionate about, but mostly
is it over there?
Tell what they.
No, it's not. Restricted area, ununiformed access for Albion.
And if you can tell what someone feels,
don't know what that means.
Then you can manipulate them and you can move them in particular directions. Data is collected on citizens in every possible way. Data is collected through surveillance cameras. Data is collected from television sets. They don't even necessarily need to be super smart television sets. Data is collected from voter records. It's collected from
abolish the police state and Albion's rule.
You can't privatize human rights. Everything suddenly became free that was digital. But what people forgot is that if you're not paying for it, then you're the cops being sold.
We don't want the police state.
Whoa.
Stop! Stop it! Yes, moron! Wake up and do something! No! Mercenaries on our streets!
Those are homeless people. Okay. Now I see why they look like that. An old woman.
You can't privatize human rights!
But that's the money you get for doing it. Okay. So 90, 70. It goes up as the distance increases.
You think they could at least add a handle with care stamp on their packages of illicit goods?
Oh.
All units, possible suspects or suspects reporting near your location.
London Calling. You're here
approaching with caution, over.
Buccaneer. Your source
received,
for what
we are in
don't
pursuit.
want you to know. In today's world, we've all had to get used to
Pursuit? How do you even know where I am?
optic on our temples, and the cameras around us, and with every click we make online.
Total the target's
Seems like
vehicle.
everything we do feeds the big data beast. Why are data giants like Blue so hungry to divulge our private information and our metadata? What are they using it for? Will we ever have real private lives again? What is privacy in the digital world? And what happens when militarism and surveillance become one.
If you're feeling out of your depth or like you could use a breather, you can always call on your new teammates to step in. It's your call.
That's the advantage of working together instead of alone.
Received. We are trailing the target. I'll shoot. Come on then.
I'm dead.
You don't stop this.
So you don't... I'm so confused. The stars don't go away when you finish the mission. I wonder... I don't know. I feel like it's like, oh, you're done the mission, you're done.
Control, we are unsighted of suspects. Over.
Whoa.
In pursuit. I repeat, we are in pursuit. Force them to a stop.
Get out of my way, guys. Dang it.
Terminating the search. Control. Put out an APW.
Yeah. That's crazy. I'm trying to see if I see any 10 out of 10s. I'm seeing regular humans. Tear gas. Someone just walked past really fast. Was it her? Sex worker. Headed to West End to relax.
Excuse me. I need space.
I don't know, maybe? No. Let's just see what happens. We have two useless people. Elizabeth Halaby.
Could you stop? You know what? You stay. I'll go. It's a strange person.
Oh, talk to her. I didn't notice what the heck I was saying. What's this?
You look like someone who wants to make a difference.
Oh, you're with DedSec. Oh, that's brill. I actually need your help with something.
Perhaps. What's the situation?
I think something's happened to my friend. Haven't had any news since last week. I've tried to call and everything, but still no answer.
How dreadful.
Yeah, it's not reassuring. My friend has always been a little anti-authority. Even got arrested a few times. I'm worried they crossed the line one time too many.
Don't worry. We'll find them. There's more than a few ways to vanish in London these days. How do we sort out what happened?
Well, we could knock on every door in the city and see if they've got any abducted people on the premises, but it'd probably be smarter just to snoop around their last known location.
Agreed. Forward me the coordinates.
Dear game, why don't you just waypoint to the stinking mission by default? Where does the game think I'm gonna go?
You're here with me, Tash, and Buccaneer. Your source for what they don't want. In today's world, we've all had to get used to our every move being tracked by the optic on our temples, by the cameras around us, and with every click we make online. Seems like everything we do feeds the big data beast. Why are data giants like Blue so hungry to get hold of our private information and our metadata? What are they using it for?
What is this?
Will we ever have more private lives again? What is privacy in the digital world?
A bus?
And what happens when capitalism and surveillance become one? As you know, we keep all names confidential on Buccaneer. Speaking from a secure location, here's new technology strategist Charles, who worked all over the world trying to keep democracy strong in the face of the data.
What happened? What am I looking at?
If you have enough personal data on somebody,
what's going on with the characters in this game?
What it is that they're going to
it's like
do.
random.
You can tell what they might be passionate about, but mostly you can tell what they fear. And if you can tell
I'm
what
not seeing any
fears,
like
then you can manipulate them.
crazy 1 million follower Instagram
data
women.
Is collected on
I'm seeing like regular people.
In every possible way. Data is collected through surveillance cameras. Data is collected from television sets. They don't even necessarily need to be super smart television sets. Data is collected from voter records. It's collected from how much power do you use in your house and how much water do you use in your house. In pre-crisis Britain, we got really used to all of our services being free. Everything suddenly became free that was digital. But what people forgot is that if you're not paying for it, then you're the product being sold.
If technology brings out the worst in capitalism, capitalism brings out the worst in technology. Senior academic Alfie tells us how big business repurposes big.
I like those taillights. They remind me of Charger taillights.
What's happened, of course, is that people have traded their
Get out of here.
for their convenience as smartphones and other kinds of technology came in and became mass-consumed, mass-used items and technological objects. Gradually, people were so attracted to the affordances of these technologies that privacy kind of retreated into the background into the state we've got now, where it's essentially gone.
Someone arrest that
Having
man.
this access to this data makes huge tech companies like Blue so much more powerful than they would be otherwise, and not just in the
What is this? What's going on?
There's a lot of worry and fear over what they can do with the data. They can track anyone, find anyone, see what every individual is doing at any point in time.
Get out of here.
But I think there's even deeper reasons.
Our missing person disappeared from here. It was probably captured on CCTV, like every other bloody thing in this city.
Good. I'll get you that data.
I'm above it, right? Yeah, I think so. Or is it above me? Could you imagine your building is above a train track? What does this sound like? There's a train goes underneath your building. Dude, I don't mean to be attacking them. I'm trying to stealth kill. I don't think I'm supposed to be in there. But I don't know. She didn't signal an alarm. Just looked at me. Access to security footage.
What's happening here?
Located the CTOS hub.
I went way too far. Whoa. Bloody Mary. Bloody hands. Am I in a horror movie? What's that? What is this? Oh. Can I break this? Oh, you can't touch this. I don't think you can. Oh, it's the security door. Upstairs into the... Because where am I? Over that way, I think? Oh, I'm right there. No, it's not. It's not me. So if I come around the right-hand side... I think that's where that door is. Maybe this is the door to leave. Oh, take photographs of this. These are all guards here. And he walks over there. So I guess I could just walk past them. I am way too far down. There's only one guard up here. This guy.
I'm not saying it was arson. I'm just saying, you know.
Although this could be a guard.
Who benefits, yeah? Who was the, you know what I mean? It's like, well, it's something else is what it is.
Let's see. He shouldn't put the mask away. He's not responding to me. I know the guard will, but I'm wondering about the people. That's a guard. Fingers crossed.
I'm taking in art and culture. It's not like I'm addicted to spending it or something.
Hang on.
Area clear.
Uploading the CCTV footage to you now.
Well, they were taken all right. Got in a shouting match with Albion
Take
and
a
then took a
picture?
couple of boots to
How
the
do you
solar
take a picture of
plexus.
Damn.
Yes, that's the bad news. The good news is I determined where they're being held. Sending you the coordinates.
How do you take a picture? I don't have a phone. Camera. You idiot.
No, I entirely. So. Yep. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Alright.
Seems Albion has a surveillance network in Lambeth that makes 1980s East Germany look like present-day East Germany. I'm sure the people of Lambeth will be interested to know just how closely they are being watched.
Are there? Oh, is there no stairs here? Or no way down? Is that a highway? I'm not getting on that highway with this thing. Accountant?
In today's world, we all had to get
Patch me through to control.
Don't hit me.
Somebody needs to inform the police.
Whoa.
This is London Calling. You're here with me, Tash, on Buccaneer. Your source for what they don't want you to know.
I think,
In today's world,
okay, thanks, guy. This guy drove right into me.
the cameras around us, and with every
Watching for
click we
suspect.
make online. Seems like everything we do feeds the big data beast. Why are data giants like Blue so hungry to get hold of our private information and our metadata?
Nice.
What are they using it for?
I had
Will
them.
we ever have real
Where did
private
they
lives
go?
again? What is privacy in the digital world? And what happens when capitalism and surveillance become one? As you know, we keep all names confidential.
You forget there's no...
Speaking
I thought it was a
of secure
person.
location, here's new technology.
Terminating
such as
pursuit
Charles,
and coming
who work
back.
all over the world trying to keep democracy strong in the face of the data.
Yes, I keep forgetting there's no turn signals. But I don't
If
see
you
any
have
turn
enough personal
signals.
data on somebody, you're able to predict what it is that they're going to do. You can tell what they might be passionate about, but mostly you can tell what they fear. And if you can tell what someone fears, then you can manipulate them and you can move them in particular directions. Data is collected on citizens in every possible way. Data is collected through surveillance cameras. Data is collected from television sets. They don't even necessarily need to be super smart television sets. Data is collected from voter records. It's collected from how much power do you use in your house and how much water do you use in your house. In pre-crisis Britain, we got really used to all of our services being free. Everything suddenly became free that was digital. But what people forgot is that if you're not paying for it, then you're the product being sold.
I'm destroying this car.
Brings out the worst in capitalism. Capitalism brings out the worst in technology. Senior academic Alfie tells us how big business repurposes big data.
Whoa.
Historically, what's happened, of course, is that people have traded their
All right, I'm here.
The abductee you're looking for should be somewhere nearby.
I thought there was a glass bridge. There's two of them? There's someone right here. Yeah, takedown. I guess I'm walking too fast behind them. Destruction. You can't hack a propane tank.
Bloody image.
I wonder if the taser can knock him out, right? I'm pretty sure it can. Yeah, glitched out cop. That guy's broken. Uh-oh.
What? Stand down now!
Oh! I was gonna say, why did he go down faster? But he isn't wearing any gear like she is. Yeah, stuff like that is where I'm like, how are you supposed to know someone's up here? I'm so confused. Like here. Again with it.
What? You are making me do this.
You're kidding me. She shot? She did shoot. Oh.
The hostage is in here. Let's get her out.
Oh.
I'm trapped here! That's injured!
I don't see who's shooting this way.
Right, fan out and find
Get her out.
target.
There was a guy over here.
They're gone. Let's head back and regroup.
Too far, hostage will be lost.
Fine, going.
We found your
Oh my
friend.
goodness.
They'd been taken by Albion, but don't worry, they're free now. They'll be contacting you soon.
Christ, I owe you.
DedSec could always use more people. Interested?
Yes, yes, yes!
This game is wild.
On our temples, like the cameras around us, and with every click we make online. Seems like everything we do.
Like, what if it
is a
kills her?
Data beast. Why are data giants like Blue?
I'm gonna
so hungry
stop
to
it
get hold of
there.
our private information?
But that was very fun.
What are they using it for? Will we ever have real private lives again? What is privacy in the digital world? And what happens when capitalism and surveillance become one? As you know, we keep all names confidential. Fucking it. Speaking from a
What the
secure
heck?
location, here's new technology strategist Charles, who worked all over the world trying to keep democracy strong in the face of the data assault.